Alright, I'm here with another pickup video going over some of my recent finds. A lot of flea market stuff here, some pretty good stuff, a little bit of garage sale stuff that didn't make the cut, and a pretty cool, pretty interesting little PS1 find on one day of the flea market. So we'll jump into that stuff right now and kind of see what I got. So last video I mentioned that I was in contact with someone on a DS lot that they might have. I ended up getting that lot a couple days later. And she texted me pictures. I was happy to pay what they asked for it, so I will go into that. Finds now. It was a 2DS, child owned, which is never my favorite, but for the most part, not too bad. A little couple smudges and the bottom screen's a little scratched up, but not too bad. Got some Pokemans on here, some Pokemon stickers. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word stickers. I think it's because I have some kind of brain rot, happening, which is, unfortunate, but was bound to happen with all this, video game stuff going on. As far as the games go, there was a lot of games. I think 21 games, a lot of real junk stuff. So the best finds here, I will show right off the bat. Had to pick them up. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. So this was a port from Monster Games did this port. They also did the Xenoblade 3DS, new 3DS port. They make NASCAR games now, and I'm sure you weren't interested in this fact. But I never owned this one, and I actually have the case for this. And this is a throwback deep cut to I think it was my first or maybe my second of my video game pickups videos, where I got the case for that, the empty case and manual for that game at a local convention, I think for $1. And I'm just now completing that over 9 years later. Something about that feels like it should be significant, but I'm like, wow, that took a while, didn't it? Other than that, Luigi's Mansion was also in this bundle. Unfortunately, everything was loose. I asked if they still had the cases, but they did not. Other than that, I mean, I'm telling you, when it's just some bottom of the barrel stuff here. I'm not going to bore you with it. There's some Lego games. Probably will put these in a bundle, sell them in like a bundle. And as far as that goes, I mean, like Barbie, Frozen, like stuff like that. SpongeBob, Snoopy, nothing really too interesting for me, but the price was right on this stuff. Pets, just stuff like this. Nothing too interesting. Rio, Turbo, too bad it wasn't a Wii U game of Turbo. Penguins of Madagascar, Dora. I saw there was a Pillow Pets game in here, and I was just shocked. Yeah, right here. Why did they make a video game for the Pillow Pets? Come on, guys. But, yeah. So I paid $50 for that. That's all they asked. Pretty good deal. So I'll get to add a game to the collection, and then flip some other stuff, make my money back, maybe make a little bit extra. Some of those are going to be some trade credit as well for the lower end stuff, the lower dollar stuff. So all around, not a bad little purchase there, and like I said, I wouldn't have got that stuff if I didn't ask and kind of leave my phone number with them. So always something to keep in mind and make sure that you're doing when you're out at the garage sales as well. Here's a garage sale find, but don't have footage from it. So I was out in Japan. The videos from that should be up by now. I was in Japan for 11 days. I was gone. So I couldn't go out garage sale or anything, but luckily the man himself, ObjoDad, was willing to go out game hunting and went to some garage sales. And this is, I've not really gotten to see this find too much, so kind of going in blind on this one, but he got this. This is the only find he got, but still it looks like a decent find. Xbox Plus Games, $50. So he got this here. We got a 360. Let's check the hard drive. He told me there was no hard drive. But we got a 360 Slim. We'll be able to do something with that. There's a rattle in it, but it sounds like there's just from a piece of plastic. Has a connect with it. Right, yep, has a connect with it. And looks like all the cables and a pretty good looking controller. The sticks aren't all chewed up, so good shape there. Any battery corrosion? No, it has like one of these like rechargeable batteries, it looks like, huh? There's a whole bunch of games here, so I'm going to kind of just run through the games. They're kind of going in blind for me. I don't exactly know what's in here. or what it looks like, but for 50 bucks, I would say a 360 plus this amount of games is a pretty good deal. Madden 15, I don't know what happened here. What happened with the... Why? Wait a second, why? Why did they fold the artwork up like that? I don't know. People are weird. I've seen this before, too. I just don't get it. People are strange. Battlefield 4. Nothing too special there. 2 copies of GTA 5 for 360. Is one of them missing a disc or something? What's up here? They both look complete with the installed disc and everything. Is one of them going to have like one of those etched... you know, sometimes they, like, if you move the 360, it etches in a ring on the disc. Is one I got? Oh, this is missing the play disc. One of them's missing the play disc, which might be in the system, maybe not. I don't know. But I think I might have an extra play disc, actually. GTA 5 is not huge on my list of games to find because there's 10 trillion copies, so it's not a big deal. Forza Motorsport 4. This one might have some value. Sometimes Forza does pretty well. Hip-hop dance experience. Great. That's a pretty good one here. Let's see how this disc looks before I show it. Ooh, disc looks good. Left 4 Dead 2, I think, is a pretty good one to get. A lot of games here, so what do we got here? Borderlands Game of the Year edition, but it has no artwork or anything, so okay. Destiny, that's about as good as a coaster, unfortunately, but Halo 4. 2 copies, again, of Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't know. I know Call of Duty Ghosts isn't exactly the most beloved game. I don't know why they had 2 copies. They are missing 1 disc, and they have Ghost Recon Future Soldier. So, going through the games here, this is a good one to get. Black Ops 2 holds some okay value. You know, nothing great, maybe 12 bucks or so, but not too bad there. And disc, not bad. Not amazing, not bad. But Black Ops 2 is one to look out for because you'll find it all the time. And I sold a couple copies earlier in the year, I think for like $14.99. I'm not sure if I could still get that, but Borderlands 2 Game of the Year, Borderlands pre-sequel, Homefront. So Homefront's one of those games I think of. It's like one of the last big like THQ, original THQ games before they bit the dust. So not too bad. I've never seen this one before. Grand Slam Tennis 2. I'm not familiar with this one at all. So interesting there. Diablo 3. Lego Batman 2. Disney Infinity 3.0. With a copy of Skylanders Giants is also in here. Not sure what's up with that, but Madden 13, and I'm not familiar with this one. Defiance. So, okay. Okay, here's Skylanders Giants, which also has 2 discs. They were buying several copies of a couple games. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't speak. Rayman Origins. Disney Infinity 2.0. Assassin's Creed 4. We got here Assassin's Creed 3. Original Xbox game here. Morrowind. The only original Xbox game in this stack. For some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Battlefield 3. Game Party in Motion. And then finally, the collector's edition of Oblivion. So, pretty good little bundle there. Shout out to ObjoDad for finding that one. 50 bucks I think is a pretty good deal for a big stack of games in a system. So, pretty nice little bundle there. And I'm back, so I'm excited to look for the garage sales, head out to garage sales myself as well. So I got some flea market finds from a Friday. I was out garage selling that Friday. Figured I'd hit the flea market before I head back home at the end of the garage sale day. And glad I did. Kind of a weird day out there. But I got something pretty solid here. Something pretty nice. It's not ideal, but it's pretty good. So I went to this booth. I'm thinking the guy was like a storage unit person because he had just a bunch of random stuff. And he was, I don't know, wasn't crazy about this guy. Wasn't exactly a fan. He seemed kind of like an idiot, but he was really treating me like I had no idea about anything about video games, which I don't know. I mean, I don't, but no. But it was funny because I pick up a stack of games. First things first, as I'm flipping through this game, I'm like, all right, there's some decent games in here. This stuff's dirty. It's kind of buried in here. There's some decent games in here. And then I find a loose disc, not even in a case or anything, swapped out completely, just out lying around in this case. And it happens just to be Mega Man Legends 2. Yeah, so Mega Man Legends 2 is just chilling out, loose disc. There was a GameCube copy of like Madden 04 or something that looked like whoever the owner was used it as a frisbee with their dog. It had like chew marks in it. It was in this blue case. I just took that out and left that, sitting loose, and I took the case because I'm like, I might as well put a good game in here. This disc is rough, but I don't there's no top scratches, no top layer scratches, and the scratches are light enough that I've had, I've taken worse discs to Stone Age Gamer, and they've been able to fix them, so I think this can be fixed, but it is rough. Obviously not taken well care of, but I think that none of those scratches are deep enough in which I don't think they would be a problem, but I see that in there, and I'm like, okay, I got to play this cool, though. If I go up just with this, he might be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a big one. So I pick up some other games that it wouldn't have been, too bad to get. I grabbed 4 other games that I'm like, yeah, these wouldn't be too bad to get, that I would probably pick up anyway if I was there. I actually picked up 5 other games, but the story will get to there at some point. So I pick up Croc 2, Rayman, which this is a more common version of Rayman. This is the non-long box black label version, so that's not too bad to see. Crash Bandicoot 2, and then I didn't have this one, X-Men Mutant Academy. I don't think I had Croc 2 either. So I pick up those 4, plus another game. It was a Spawn game on PlayStation, and then this. And I walk over, and I'm like, I ask him, like, how much you want for this stuff? And like right off the bat, he's like, well, I just make it up as I go along. So I'm like, okay, we'll see. And he's like, he's looking through the games, and I kind of look away for a second to see if I missed anything. And he's like, this one's crazy expensive. And I'm like, oh no, he caught on to me. And he pulls out the Spawn PS1 game, which I looked it up later, and it's going for like $30. So, I wouldn't really say crazy expensive, especially considering something else is in there. But he was like, yeah, I was like, so, okay. So I was like, no, I didn't know it was crazy expensive, because I'm like, I don't think it is crazy expensive. I knew it had some value, but I'm like, maybe it's like an $80 game now, and I didn't realize, but no, it's not. So I was like, all right, well, take that one out. How much would you want for these? And he's like, I don't know, $40. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll do that. These are going to need resurfaced, but I'll do $40. And I'm like, well, how much would you want if you add in the Spawn? Because I'm like, I don't know if this is a good deal or not. And he's like, yeah, I'll do 75 because I know I can get $60 for that Spawn game. And I'm like, okay, you probably can't, and you're all your discs here are scratched. So guy was kind of obnoxious. He very clearly didn't know anything about games, but acted like he did. And I don't know, when you can't really ask too much of top dollar when your discs are all scratched up. But for what I got there for $40 is pretty good. And a Mega Man Legends 2 disc that I think I can probably get fixed for cheap enough. Pretty good. I would have liked the Mega Man Legends 2 case to be there, but, I can't complain too much. But, good little stack there. Mega Man Legends 2 is funny to see. And nice, I guess. That's all I can say is nice. Other than that, at the garage, or at the flea market, I picked this up for $1. One to look out for, just for you guys to know about. Holds a little bit of value, $15 or so. Guitar Hero World Tour, so not too bad there. Disc on this one was a little bit scratched, but I don't think will be a problem. But yeah, nice little flea market day. Saturday is going to probably be big, and Monday is Memorial Day, so that's going to probably be big as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those turn out, and maybe the rest of this video will have some footage from there. Maybe not. Who knows? Got some pretty good finds here. I think I start every video segment with that, but went out to some garage sales that won't make it into a pickup video, a garage sale pickups video, because they're not very interesting. The footage wasn't very interesting, I'd say. The pickups themselves are pretty interesting. And then some flea market finds that are all pretty nice. So I'll start with the sales at the garage sale first. I got this. This was $2. I thought it was kind of cool. Mario Hot Wheel car, still brand new on the card and everything. It's in good shape. It was funny, when I was at the sale, I noticed that the person having the sale was my 11th grade Algebra 2 teacher. I'm going to guess she doesn't remember me, but I thought I was saying something, then I was like, she probably wouldn't want to see one of her former students, you know, out at a garage sale buying a Hot Wheels car. I don't know. So it probably would make her feel bad. Probably make her feel worse that this is what her students became. At least one of them did. Then I got a Wii bundle here. Nothing exquisite, but it was 20 bucks for the whole thing. We got a system with a controller here. System looks pretty nice. I didn't check it for a game. Let me check it for a game inside real quick. All right, I'm back from checking with a game. There was a game inside. It's a good one. But first, I just want to point out, I didn't notice this when I bought this until I plugged it in. Why did they replace the end cap here with a different wire? I've never seen anyone ever do this. They replace the end cap with a different wire. I wonder if it got chewed by a dog, or they want to match it with their white, you know, like theming of their room. I don't know. That's so weird. I've never seen anything like that before. But did have a game inside. This is actually like a best case scenario too. A disc-only Mario Party 8 was just chilling out inside, which is great because I have an empty case and manual for Mario Party 8. I know for a fact. So, very happy with that. That makes that a great purchase. It was already pretty good, but that makes it a great purchase. Other games in there were nothing too special. Need for Speed the Run. Zumba, which I'd consider just to be a case. Need for Speed Carbon. That feels a little light. No, I was just missing manual game is in there. And Tiger Woods '09, which you can see the $20 price sticker for everything on it. So, nice little find there at the garage sale. But that was all I got at the garage sales. The footage was not very interesting. It was basically just me walking up at the sale and then buying the item. And then asking if there was more games and them saying no. So, not the most interesting footage. But moving on from that, let me see here where I should go next. I mean, flea market, but which one should I go for first? I guess when I got to the flea market, one guy had some stuff out, and he got some decent deals from him, some cool stuff at the very least. Very interesting how things went down. Pretty cool guy. I found this Guitar Hero World Tour. He said he'd do $1 for it. He told me the games were going to be cheap, and then, yeah, they were cheap, so can't complain there. So that was $1. I asked him about these two here, and he was like, oh, check because I don't think the games are in there, and they weren't, so he just gave me the case and manuals here for free, so that was cool of him. So I felt like I should maybe support him a little bit more and buy a few more things. He had this PS1. He asked $10 for it, and then I was testing it out, and I heard there was a little rattle in it. Nothing huge, but a little rattle. And he's like, oh, is there a rattle in there? Yeah, I'll do it for $5. So, did it for $5. Not bad. And then I'd never seen this game before. I don't know if it's any good or has any value, but I'd never seen this before. K1 Revenge. I've never seen this game in my life, so I figured, might not be bad to check out. It's in good condition. So, little deal there for $8. I found this 360. Nothing too special here, but just a classic 360, all the cables. Only wanted 20 bucks, 250 gigabyte hard drive in there. So, pretty nice little deal. Let's see what else we got in here. So this one may or may not be a great deal. I paid up a little bit more. So this guy had somewhat absurd prices out on his games. I think he had flat prices, but it was like PS2 was $5. He didn't have anything good there. 360 was $10 and 3DS was $20, which, you know, not exactly great, but he did have some that kind of piqued my interest. I'm going to guess most people probably looked at those prices and didn't even look at the games he had. And I was able to, I got a 3DS game and a 360 game. I was able to talk him down to $25 for the pair pretty easily. So the 360 game, this one used to have a little bit more value, but it's still pretty decent. 2K Sports All-Pro Football. 2K All-Pro Baseball is one to look out for, but this is football. This one holds a little bit of value. This one I think used to be worth more, but not quite as good. And then this one was going to be for the collection. I never bought this when it came out. It's a little bit harder to find. It's been going up in price, so I figured I'd grab it. The port of Yoshi's Woolly World to 3DS, Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. So, $25 for the pair there. Not too bad. We'll probably sell the All-Pro Baseball and do well enough and get that Yoshi for only a few dollars after that. This was sitting out with some PS2 games, $5, missing manual, but $5 for Dark Cloud, not too bad. And then this one was good. I got this for $4 at a booth. Complete. I didn't check the disc condition. This is one to look out for. Some people might not be aware of this one. Looks like a pretty cool racing game actually, but Auto Modelista, like a $30 game on PlayStation 2. But I don't know. I think it just looks like a cool cell shaded racer. I knew it had some value. I didn't realize it was that much, but this will go in the collection as well. So $4 for that. Pretty cool. Let's see here. Is that all? Did I go over everything except the last one I wanted to go through? I think so. Oh no, I got these. These were $3 or 2 for $5. He had some sealed stuff. I just grabbed 2 of the same game. Hot Shots Golf Open Tee, both sealed. $5 for the pair there. Little deal there, but nice. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'm ready for the last one here. So this guy was just pretty much making up deals. I was gonna pay 2 for this, but he brought it all the way down to $1 like instantly, and it's in immaculate condition. So Backyard Sports Rookie Rush. I'd never seen this one before. Nothing, you know. I know that these hold on value sometimes, and this one does. I didn't have any phone reception. It was a busy day, and like the one cell tower was just absolutely loaded, so I had absolutely no reception to look stuff up. So I'm going completely on memory. And then he had 50 on this PS3 bundle, and then while I was looking at it, was just say, yeah, I'll do 40 on that. So he was just trying to offload stuff. So there was a PS3. I'm not going to pull it out because it's kind of heavy, kind of an awkward situation or awkward position, but it was the 250 gigabyte model. And then the games that were in there, nothing amazing. Disc only Sports Champions, whatever. Disc only GTA 4, again, whatever. And then a big stack of games otherwise. This one I'll probably throw in the collection. Fallout New Vegas. I don't have this game. Make sure it's complete. It has a slipcover at least, but this stuff's in pretty good shape. So it was good with paying 40. PS3 with a stack of games for $40, a pretty good deal. Black Ops, Lego Batman 2. What we got here? BioShock Infinite in a PS4 case for some reason. I don't know why. But BioShock Infinite, BioShock 2, Battlefield 4. Let's see here. Tiger Woods 11. Battlefield 3. Is this another Sports Champions, or is the case empty here? No, this is another Sports Champions for some reason. Sports Champions. No PlayStation Move stuff, so that's kind of extra weird. Dead Island. Heavy Rain. Skyrim Legendary Edition. And final stack here, Madden 13. Killzone 3. Don't think I have that one. Modern Warfare 3. Lego Jurassic World. Uncharted 2. Disney Infinity 2.0. Uh-oh. Okay. And Sniper 2 Ghost Warrior. So, pretty good little bundle there for $40. Would have been good for 50, and I was probably going to pay 50 for it, but $40. Also had a controller in there. Has a little bit of a rattle, so it might not work. I have horrible luck with PS3 controllers. They are very fragile. So probably not going to work, but I have some extras I can pair up with it. Pretty nice deal there. Pretty good day at the flea market. Looking forward to Memorial Day. This was the Saturday before Memorial Day, so I'm going to assume Memorial Day is going to be a pretty big day. And we will see if there's any more pickups in the rest of this video or not. So I went back to the flea market on Memorial Day. Usually it's a pretty good day. It was big out there, but I didn't find anything. It's just a lot of junk. So that's just part of it. So I didn't find anything. I do want to end this off, though, by telling I witnessed something truly vile. So I really, really dislike, and I think I've mentioned this before, when people refer to the Super Nintendo as the SNES. I just think it's disgusting. I think it's just obscene. It's horrible. But I didn't think it could get worse until I heard someone utter the words. SNES, they called it. SNES. Just absolutely not. Just absolutely not. Just horrible. I couldn't bear the weight of that horrible word alone, so I had to, share it with you all. But SNES, guys, just awful. But other than that, good pickups this time around. Pretty happy with how things went. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment down below with what your pickups have been lately, or any of my pickups that you think were pretty good. What you think of SNES, because I think it's horrible. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Pretty close to hitting 5K. And follow me on Twitter at ObjoGaming. And until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching.